and boom, we bought. Hey guys, welcome once again. This is a trades, and this has been our move at its initial stage during the last week. So I've been updating you about this move, how it will be, and how it's going to be. If you have been watching or reviewing my past week videos, you can really know that we started anticipating this move before, and here we are into it. So what did I say previously? Previously, if you come on the daily chart, okay, I told you this is the move we are anticipating, right? We are anticipating to have a reversal from this monthly fair value gap here. We were anticipating to have a reversal from this monthly fair value gap, which actually is happening. Which actually is happening. If you can see, last week we closed the bullish. We closed the bullish. The buyers have started kicking into the market. So the initial buy after the sweep of liquidity, deep sweep into the gray of the monthly has happened, and you can see we have engulfed on the daily what on the higher time frame like daily we have engulfed one two candles. 1 day candle has engulfed 2 day candles. So this is a clear shift in trend. This is a clear shift in trend. This was my documentation. This was my documentation. Okay, week 4, which was the end of July, and how I was trying to anticipate on the 5 minutes time frame, how I was trying to analyze and see. So as we see here, price is trying to move. Price is trying to be bullish. Price is trying to be bullish here. Okay, you can see clearly we are moving higher. So we have like trapped here alle sellers. We have trapped sellers. We induced sellers here who are trying to sell off this fair value gap, thinking that price is going to continue lower. After inducing them, what happened? Price came and hit them out of the market. Okay, it came and hit them out of the market, inducing buyers. So when we took out sellers here, okay, we induced the buyers. After inducing buyers, again their stop loss were below here, were below this fair value gap, and again it came and hit them out of the market. Okay, so later on, if you follow my course, you understand the concept of liquidity very well and how it works. And one thing I should tell you that this game or this business of trading, it's all about patience. How long have I waited for this move? For over like 2 weeks only. But catching this move alone, it has paid off more than people who have been trading for the past few weeks, catching this move alone. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Patience what matters. So what am I looking at next? What do we have here? So I know this is invalid fair value gap. Okay. This was a daily fair value gap of sell. Now it's no longer invalid. So what am I looking at? So we have these relatively equal heights, which I'm sure are going to be swept out as we start this week. And we have this fair value gap here on the H4. Price may retrace back into it. Okay, price may retrace back into it, or it may inverse this and then we continue higher. So again, if we retrace back here, I'll look for a buy. And if we close above here, that means we may not retrace here. We may retrace here back in the future, but not now. Again, I'll look for longs. What are we seeing on the left? If we check on the left, we have built enough liquidity. We have built enough liquidity. Another one can say this is trend line liquidity. Another one can say now, like me, I know all this liquidity, but I can do like this, knowing that all this is liquidity here. Okay, all this is liquidity resting above these points. All this is liquidity resting above these points. Okay, this is relatively equal high. We have trend line liquidity, so I anticipate that price is going to purge them all. Okay, giving me a risk to reward 117. I'll be updating you guys on how this is all going to unfold. I'll be updating you on how this is going to unfold. So entering this week, I'm looking at this. Entering this week, I'm looking if price is going to retrace here. I'll look for long from this fair value gap. If you are closing above here, still I look for long into these points of liquidity because price has already built for me enough liquidity here that I'm likely to take off. So any sell below here, I wouldn't want to participate in it because I will deem it false. Yeah, that you will know it when later on I unfold into my course about liquidity. Okay, so any sell here which I'll be inducing what more sellers to purge them out of the market. So literally right now I'm looking at these liquidity points are relatively equal highs. That's liquidity. We have these relatively equal highs. That's liquidity. This high respecting this high. That's liquidity. We have relatively that's also liquidity resting here. We have this high respecting this high. This liquidity block here. That's liquidity resting there. So I expect price to come and take all those liquidity areas out. Why? Because this was a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So in that process, we have been printing liquidities. So let me give you a bit of a hint on how do I know that these are going to be trap areas. Okay. Uh, Retail, or I can say, okay, I'm also a trade trader. People who trade supply and demand are going to say, okay, this was what? A surprise zone. Okay, this was a surprise zone here. So they are going to answer that price is going to come maybe test here and sell. No, we are going to trap them out of the market because people think that people are going to sell from here, the market will sell from here. No. Okay. Again, they're going to say this is a break and retest here. Okay, so we say that when price comes here to come and sell, no, the same thing, they're going to be trapped. So for the ICT traders, they're going to say, okay, this is a fair value gap here. Okay, price come and tap here, premium then sell. No, they'll be trapped because the market makers already know this that people are going to sell from here. ICT traders are going to sell from here. The SMC traders are going to sell from this off this order block here. Okay, break of market structure lower. They are going to want to sell from here or here. So all these are traps. All these are traps. We shall have a short-term sell and then we hit them out again. So literally, I'm looking at this point as my time frame point because literally now we don't have any liquidity resting below here. Okay, unless we print it fast. We print it fast. So like I told you, this trade is only invalid if we close below this low here and aggressively invest. That's when the buy more will be invalid. But for now, we are still looking for more buys, and like I told you, I'm looking for them after the inversion of after the inversion of this fair value gap or into the retest of this fair value gap here on the daily. So more will still be coming out, and follow my course because you have a lot of insights and a lot of knowledge inside there that many people pay money to access. Until we meet again, catch up. I love you.